What's going on, team? Coach Co here, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about the 3 tips for getting through COVID winter. You need to know these, trust me, because typically winter's pretty crap to begin with. Now imagine COVID winter. So typically you're not allowed to go outside, you're not really allowed to walk around. I mean, you are, you just don't want to. Now for COVID winter, there's actually going to be firm regulations in place depending on where you live, and at the very least you're going to be fluctuating between regulations, and you really kind of want something stable that you can control. So tip number 1 when it comes to getting through COVID in a sane and fit manner is to bundle your ass up and go for a walk. What does that mean? Make sure that you've got a nice winter jacket. Make sure that you layer up. If you don't, make sure you're wearing a toque, a scarf, gloves, whatever the heck you need to make yourself as comfortable as possible while you're getting some exercise outside. I can't stress enough how important it is to do low intensity, steady state cardio. It's really good for cardiovascular health. It's incredibly good for your mind, and also we've been cooped up and we need to walk around. We need to move, and this is gonna make us feel like we're not so miserable in our own spaces, right? We want to be able to live at home without being like, I don't want to be here, especially after all the long months we've already had. Tip number 2 when it comes to surviving COVID winter is going to be vitamin D. Now, how do we get vitamin D when the sun's gone? Well, these are vitamin D pills. I mean, they're not pills, they're gummies. Let's be real here. The other thing is this. So that is a vitamin D lamp. And what it does is it helps produce vitamin D. Vitamin D is extremely important. Studies are coming out now saying that 80% of people who are dying from COVID had vitamin D deficiencies. Even if COVID wasn't a thing, vitamin D deficiency is 100% real when it comes to winter time. The sun's not out enough, all right? And as a result, our bodies tend to become a little bit more fragile, a little bit more weak. And the last thing I want is my mood to be significantly impacted based on the weather. Because guess what? You can't control the weather. And I am all about controlling things that you can control. So if you're increasing your vitamin D intake and it happens to be sunny outside, thumbs up to you, because you want, all right? Now, you want to make sure it's as consistent as possible. And this is actually going to help you feel and look your best. Tip number 3, and this is intangible, so listen up. So tip number 3, leaning on your good habits. I've mentioned this before through my Instagram posts, through my Twitter, through my Facebook, through my LinkedIn. Leaning on your quality habits is going to allow you to get through those rough days. If you think that we've experienced tough times already, you're sadly mistaken, because I promise you this winter was probably going to be tougher. The summer was, it was challenging because we couldn't do the things we wanted, but being stuck inside with crappy weather during a snowstorm where it's dark all day, like, that's gonna be tough. It's going to be tough. And leaning on things like sleeping well, eating well, exercising regularly, stretching, like I said previously, making sure you're going for walks, things like that, creating habits out of them is gonna result in your body feeling as normal as possible, which in turn is going to allow you to deal with all the craziness around us. So, that being said, if you're ever looking for more tips on how to get through something, whether that be COVID winter, whether that be getting through knee pain, shoulder pain, maybe you want some card tips, you need to hit me up, team. Not enough people do it, I promise you, and the people who do are fast tracking their success. All you gotta do is like, subscribe, comment, share, direct message my ass, alright? I am here to help. I would be doing this thing for free. I'm not getting paid for these videos. I'm doing them because I want to make an impact. Alright team, I want you to have a wonderful rest of your day and keep strong.